In this lecture, we will learn the basics of complex numbers. That is basically what is a complex number. Complex numbers. Complex number is basically a combination of two parts. The first one is real number, a real part, real number, which includes all natural numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and up to so on. And the second one is imaginary number. Now what is imaginary number? Imaginary number is that number which possess iota, r minus square root 1. That numbers which possess iota are in multiplication with square root minus 1. For example, if we have an equation x square plus 1 equal to 0, if we solve this equation, we have x square is equal to minus 1. By taking square root on both sides, square and the square root will affect each other. That is, x will be equal to minus 1 under root, which is equal to iota. If iota is equal to minus square root 1 and by taking square on both sides, this will result iota square is equal to minus 1. Square and square root will cancel the effect of each other. That is, the resultant is iota square is equal to minus 1. That will be used as iota square is equal to minus 1 in the upcoming lectures. That is addition of complex numbers and subtraction, multiplication, division. So there are a lot of categories of complex numbers. Now we will learn, after the basics of complex numbers, the graphical representation. That how to represent a complex number in graphical method. Let's start the graphical representation. For example, if we have a complex number z is equal to 3 plus 3 iota, we need to draw x and y coordinates, which is x-axis plus x-axis and minus x-axis, and the vertical axis is y-axis. It is negative y and this is positive y-axis. We call this axis also the real axis, and this is the imaginary axis. Y will always be called imaginary axis. We have one complex number 3 plus 3 iota. Let's draw this on the graphical representation in the xy plane. This is the origin. We have 3 points on x-axis, positive x-axis 1, 2, 3, and 3 points on positive y-axis. The first real number is always be called x, while the imaginary number will always be called y. Let's draw. 3 is x and the other 3 is y, which is imaginary number. This is the real axis and this is the imaginary axis 3. So draw this on the xy plane. Which is z of x comma y is equal to 3 plus 3 iota. Now take another example, which is z2 will be equal to minus 2 and minus 3 iota. So both the real and imaginary numbers are in negative. So draw minus 2 on the negative x-axis, minus 1, minus 2. This is also the imaginary number is also a negative number. Also draw this on the negative x-axis, the y-axis, minus 3. This is x, this is y. Draw this on x y plane. Minus 2 is here and minus 3 is here. Combine both with each other. This is z2 of x comma y equal to minus 2 comma minus 3. We will also write in this form, that is called the polar form. Our next topic will be the addition of complex numbers and subtraction of complex numbers.